Hey YouTube, Kerri here from Razor Sharp Crafts. We are continuing on with my guest design team project for Tando Creative. I added up all the little clips, and we're at about 40 minutes with that first video. So we're going to go into a new video. So, I'm going to get that out of the way. And for this video, we're going to get this back gessoed up. This is the back piece of the chalkboard. Here we go. There. It's a little far away, but focus, camera, focus. There we go. Oh, well, it doesn't want to stay focused, does it? Alright, I might have to leave it like that so it'll stay focused. So I'm going to gesso this one. And I'm going to use white gesso on this one. And this again is the Bob Ross gesso that I got at Hobby Lobby. Well, I got it at hobbylobby.com because I ordered it online. And, sorry, I always have a paper towel right here so I can wipe my brush on. Ooh. Thought I had my brushes clean, but that one had some black stuff still coming out. There we go. I like to be able to wipe my brush off. It's basically, I just kind of, dab the water off when I say I wipe my brush off. Sounds like Michael's getting back to his normal self now. I stated in the first video, he had dental surgery yesterday. And he had a rough night and he hadn't been too great today, but he's took like a 3-hour nap after lunch, so he seems to be getting back in better spirits. And when I say yesterday, by the time y'all see this, it'll probably have been almost a week or better, because he had it on Friday let's see, what's today? Today's the 29th. He had it on Friday the 28th, so this won't go live until sometime in April, sometime during the first week of April, because I gotta wait till my project gets posted on the Tando blog before I air these. Yes? Yes. And be right back. Okay, I'm back, but only for a few minutes. Yeah, I continued gessoing. My husband came in. He doesn't like to be on camera. He always comes in and whispers, "Are you recording?" Because sometimes, like, I'll record a quick video, but then I'll leave my camera on. And it just sits there on while I'm working on something else. So, like, just looking in and seeing that the camera's on does not mean I'm actually recording. But anyways, I continued to gesso while I was talking with him. We are celebrating his separation from the military getting approved, and he wanted to know what time people should come over. And I was like, well, I don't know, what time is it? He's like, almost 5. I'm like, oh, well, I have to go cook dinner. So I told him I was just going to finish gessoing this up with y'all. And then I got to go cook dinner. So I will just leave this to dry. And, just trying to get an even coat. Like, for some reason this is not going on even for me. I don't know what color we're painting this yet. All I know is it's not going to be black. It might be black. I don't know. I don't want it to blend with the frame though, you know what I mean? I want it to stick out from the frame. So maybe I'll just do some different mixed media on it. And then maybe the tiles, we'll make them blue chalkboard, because I do have blue chalkboard paint. So I could make the tiles blue chalkboards. I guess I shouldn't worry about those edges too much, because they're going to be covered by that other piece. Alright. Oh, he also brought me up. Excuse me, I'm going to be burpy now. Our favorite gentleman from the Netherlands came. He comes to this base every so often, and he sells his beer and cheeses, and I think I need to let it dry. I think that's my problem, is it needs to dry and then maybe one coat over top of it. Probably not even a coat over top of it, because I'm going to paint it different colors, so. Or we might gelato it or stencil it. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But anyways, he comes and he sells stuff. Well, we bought a ton of cheese. All different flavored cheeses. Like we got a smoked bacon flavored cheese. And, let's see what else was there. There was smoked bacon. We got a chili pepper, herb and garlic. What else did we get? Oh, a green pesto, a tomato olive, an Italian and olive, and a smoked chili pepper with jalapenos. So anyways, we got a ton of cheese. And we bought some beer too. My husband's gotten really into apple beer. Like they have this one over, I don't know if it might be in the States too. We buy it on base, so I imagine it's in the States too. But it's called Angry Orchard, and it's an apple beer. He really likes that. Well, he had a couple flavored beers, and they're flavored with fruits. And I wanted to try the strawberry. But I asked the man, I was like, well, what's the best? And he was like, well, strawberry or raspberry. So I was him and Han. And he gave me, we bought one and he ended up giving me the other one. This guy, he knows us well. We've dealt with him for the last 4 years. We've been here in Germany. He knows us very well. We've spent, we give this gentleman a lot of our money. But anyways, my husband grabbed an apple one because he wanted to try his apple one. And he just brought it up to have me try it. And it about killed me. It was not good. I didn't like it. It has a very apple and beer flavor to it. So all right. I am going to let this dry. And the thing is, and you see this is warping. Oh, we didn't get the edges. We have to get the edges. Hold on. All right. But anyways, you see how this is warping. The other piece did it as well. But as soon as it dried, it went back flat. So I'm hoping this does the same thing. If not, when it is dry, I'll set it under something heavy. Simple solution, nothing to get worried or upset about like it's gonna ruin the project. The old-fashioned set it under some heavy books. I don't let a little bit of warping bother me. The one thing I have learned with Tando's products though is they do take mediums really well. So I'm not too worried about if this will flatten back out or not. Actually, it's already flattened out. Flattened back out some from warping up when we first started. So, but yeah, we spent a lot of money on cheese. Well, it was most of it was spent on cheese, and my husband got a couple different beers, but we bought probably almost $40 in cheese. Oh no, it would have been over 40. Probably closer to $50 in cheese today, and then I spent almost 40 in cheese on Thursday at the same shop. So the gesso is sticking to my thumb. It's odd. So I would say with this, once you get a layer of gesso on it, just let it sit and dry. Because as the gesso's drying, it's, you know how it gets that stickiness to it, and it's sticking right to me and coming off on me and being a pain. So alright, we're going to let this sit and dry. And I'm going to go cook dinner and try to decide what I want to do with the background portion that's going to be behind the little squares with the months on, or with the days on them, and behind the frame. So I will be back shortly. Bye bye. Okay, I'm back. The back piece that we gessoed, it did bow up on me. Whoops. So I have it under some heavy stuff. So hopefully I can get it flattened out quickly. I'll probably let it sit overnight though. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to gesso up these 7 squares. I'm wondering with chalkboard paint if it'll take better if it's gessoed or if it's just this plain chipboard. Goes vertically, one horizontally, one over. I'm gonna have to get some chalk though, because you have to lightly rub chalk over the surface to condition it. Maybe I won't gesso them. I think I'll just go straight with the chalkboard paint. I'm thinking blue. I have black and blue, and my craft store has green as well. But since the colors for this challenge are black and blue, I think it's going to be best to use one of these. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little spaced out today. I'm tired and a little wore out and whatnot today. We just got back from a walk up the hill to the soccer field because we have beautiful weather here right now. Alright, so alright, well, one thing we can gesso, I'm not sure, I still haven't decided if I want these black or blue, because what I need to do is I need to decide what I'm going to do with the background of the of the board. So we can gesso this though. This is just the little, whatchamacallit, the chalk holder. Let me get some water real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Had I thought of it, I would have went and got that water before we started. Or before I turned the camera on. So again, just my Bob Ross gesso that I got at Hobby Lobby's website. I am so very out of it right now. Like, I'm a space cadet right now. Like, I even feel all spacey and stuff. It's weird. Okay, I need a paper towel. So I can get the excess water off my brush. Alrighty, here we go. So... see how we took the kids and the dog up? We have a fenced-in soccer field that we'll take them up. And let them kick soccer balls around and play and run, and we can let the dog loose and run. But they've started soccer season here in Germany, so there was a game going on. But they have a little playground next to it. So my husband and I just sat with the dog, and the kids went and played on the playground. We just kind of watched the soccer game and let the kids play, and the game was, oh gosh, they were only a little ways into the second half when we decided to just leave. I told my husband, I'm like, I gotta cook dinner, and we were both kind of tired, so we're like, alright, the kids had had enough running and whatnot, so that's what we did on our Sunday. So, yeah, I'm pretty boring today. I really wish I knew which color of the chalkboard paint I want to go with, because it would be a good time to get the first coat on it. Because you have to do like 4 coats, I think it said. Like, I think it said 2 horizontal and 2 vertical or something like that. And you gotta let them dry for at least 1 hour in between. So I'll probably end up getting those painted off camera. Just because, like, I'll throw a quick coat on them when I have an extra minute. You know how that is. You know, you got an extra second, so you'll sit down and do something real quick. So, I mean, I'll try to remember, but I mean, just painting them with chalkboard paint. I mean, you just follow the directions on the bottle, so it's not that. I don't think it's too difficult. I've never done it, so watch me end up messing it up after I've just said it's not that difficult. But we shall see. Might be completely impossible for me to do. Who knows? All I know is I really got to get this project done so that it can be shown this week. Here we go. Okay. I guess I'll just set that down like that so I can paint the inside here. God, I am really boring. I'm just like trying to think of something to talk about while I'm doing this. I can't really think of anything. Not a lot's happened between last night and today. I mean, my husband and I, with one of our friends, we sat around, had a couple drinks last night, watched some TV. Yeah, so we hung out, like I said, watched some TV. Sorry. If that's a moment of quiet time, it's because my husband was yelling at the kids, and so I tend to edit that part out. Since Michael had his surgery today, he's been quite the pain in the butt with listening, and I think it's because he's gotten away with a lot the last couple days because we felt bad for him. But he's been one heck of a pain today, and he hasn't ate anything since his surgery except for Pop-Tarts. So that really makes me mad because he went through a huge phase where all he ate was Pop-Tarts. Nothing but Pop-Tarts. And we had gotten him out of it. And like tonight, I made baked ziti for dinner. And I think he ate one bite, and then he refused to eat. He just sat there playing, and so I ended up sending him away from the table because he was disrupting everybody. Like little Joshua was mocking him, and so he wasn't eating, and yeah. And he was just downstairs being a brat. So my husband was yelling at him to go back upstairs. He's got his own TV in his playroom, so he kind of hangs out in there a lot. And then we don't have to listen to them fighting. Because if he's downstairs, he can never watch anything that Joshua's already watching, you know. So there, got that done. We'll set that to dry. Okay, I shouldn't have set that in the water. The little days of the week those are going to be embossed. But I think the to-do is just going to be painted. So let's just sew this up real quick. Alright. It's got so much buildup around the mouth of it. It's driving me nuts. I'm like, I need to clean that. I was just trying to chip it off here, but it wasn't coming off. Okay. It's the only thing with painting letters is you always get so dirty. That's another reason I want to emboss the little ones, the days of the week, because they're really thin. And I just think embossing is going to look better on them than trying to paint them. Wow. Real space cadet today. I'm really tired, even though I slept. Well, okay, so our clocks went ahead this weekend. Like, we're like a few weeks behind the States and doing all that. And, so my husband came to wake me up this morning, and he's like, it's 10. It's 10 o'clock. And I was just like, uh-huh. And he left the room, and I looked at our alarm clock, and I was like, it's only 9. I'm like, he is so mean. So I rolled back over and went back to sleep. And he came up a half hour later. And he's like, it's 10:30. You need to get up. And I looked at the alarm clock, I'm like, it's only 9:30. And he's like, yeah, but we time changed last night. I was like, it doesn't count. Because you know how, like, when the time first changes, you're always figuring, oh, well, it's technically really only this time. I do that all the time. It's really only 7 o'clock when it's 8 o'clock. So, it's quite comical. So I think maybe the time change is throwing me a little bit too. It's kind of making me a little like, whatever. Oops. Gosh, I'm really sucking. I'm not good at painting letters, y'all. I'll just let you know that right now. When I did the letters for my canvas that I did for Diamond Dyes, like, I think I painted those things about 20 times. Just trying to get it right. You know what might be cool with these is to spray them with different sprays. Because with them being gessoed, they'll really take the spray colors will really show up on them. Like, I'm making, what I think I'm going to do is like the frame we painted black in the first video. And then the background we painted white, or we gessoed it with white. And I'm thinking some gelatos maybe. Create an interesting background on it. And then blue chalkboard paint on the squares for the days of the week. And then I don't know what color. Probably have to do like a black embossing powder. Or maybe even just a white so that they stand out. Because not everything has to be black and blue. You can use other colors. But I'm thinking on that white background that we gessoed there. Do some gelatos. And then use maybe some of my Shimmer's textures with a mask. Because I have a couple of Tando Creatives masks as well. Create a cute little textured up colored background. And then we'll have the blue squares. Yeah. I'm thinking that kind of sounds cool. Alright, watch out for my head. I gotta stop touching it, because every time I touch it... okay, the thing with this gesso is it gets tacky very quick. I don't know if that's normal for all gessos, because this gesso is basically the only one I've ever used, the only brand. And when it gets tacky, it sticks to you. And, watch my head. Don't hit me in the head. I'm sorry. I gotta get in here so I can see, so I can stop touching it. Got all the little nooks and crannies. Just like that. Alright. So that is that. Because see, those are pretty well dry already except for the D. But that's why it gets so tacky so quickly, is it dries so fast. Alright. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead I was trying to tell if there was a plastic around that or not. We're going to go ahead with blue. We're going to get a coat on them. Alright. Shake well, apply 2 coats, one horizontally and one vertically. Oh, so it's only 2 coats, one each way. And allow it to dry 1 hour in between. I'm just wondering. What's the best brush for chalkboard paint? So, best brush for chalk paint. Best brush for chalkboard paint. Alright. This is a brush or a roller. But I'm just wondering if I should use this or one of these. I think I'll go with this. a little worried if I use the sponge brush that it's going to leave the sponginess, you know. Alright, so you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, need a paper towel. Ow, I just rolled over my own foot with my chair. Alright. One vertical, one horizontal. I don't think it really matters which one's first, because I could turn this the other way and it would be the other way, you know? Alright. Hold on one second. David, go get your shower! I do want the sides to match. Excuse my head. There we go. I really like this blue. It's a really pretty color blue. So please, those of you that have used chalkboard paint before, let me know if you've ever used gesso under it. And if you have, if you thought it worked better or the same or worse. Because I really, when we get stateside, I really want to do some chalkboard, do a couple different chalkboard projects, because like I want a chalkboard wall in my room, in my craft room. I'd like the kids to have a chalkboard room in their playroom. So please, and if you notice I'm doing something bad here, let me know. I take constructive criticism very well. I like any advice I can take or I can get. Ooh. My bracelet may have just took a dip in the chalkboard paint. It's got a different smell to it too. So for those of you wondering, this is by Americana. And it is Ocean Blue is the color. Man, this is just a really pretty blue. I can't get over how pretty it is. I've had this chalkboard paint for a while too. I haven't used it on anything. I've heard though, you can go to the hardware stores in the States and get like big buckets of whatever color chalkboard paint you want. I don't know if it's true or not, but either way, I guess it's a nice wish. And I'll find out when I get there. I guess I'm giving these more than one coat. Is that bad? I don't know. What do y'all think? Have you ever done it before? Is it a bad thing? I think some of the gesso just came off my finger on that right there. I really should have washed my hands in between. Gosh, these look like they're already dry. But it says to allow it to dry for 1 hour. These are probably going to sit overnight because this is probably going to be the last thing I'll be able to do tonight. Because it's coming on bath time for the kiddos. They get bathed right after David gets done his shower. And then after we put them to bed, my husband and I sit and we watch a little bit of TV together. You know, some quiet downtime without the children right there. And then we'll be going to bed a little early tonight because we stayed up late last night. And I know he's tired. And like I've already said several times, I'm a little loopy today. So... and 5:30 is going to come early tomorrow. There. So now we have the vertical done, and we'll have to do the horizontal. Like I say, if I get a chance, I may just do that off screen. Just because, you know the way it goes. So I'm going to end. Oh my god, I looked up at my camera and it didn't look like the time was running. I was like, don't tell me I just did all this without the freaking camera on. Okay. Excuse my language, I'm sorry about that. So I have a tendency of doing that. So, anyways, I'm going to end this video here, and we will pick up with part 3 as we continue on. Hopefully tomorrow during nap time this project will get finished. So, alright y'all, thanks for watching. Bye bye. And stay tuned.